Hey, good evening, y'all. It's around 6 p.m. in the greatest state. Sorry, but it's true. And it's a balmy 93. Don't worry, it only feels like 100. The humidity. Um, I've been inside being lazy today. Well, that is after I cleaned up. I did my Saturday morning cleanup. That was one of the things in my family. Chores were done on Saturday morning. Like right after cartoons, that's when chores started getting done. And I try to stay, keep that discipline in my life as well. That's something that's been handed down from my parents. And the thing is, regardless of skin color, when you start to divide the very nucleus of humanity, which is the family unit, and actually the family unit in holy union before God is a better way of putting it. But when you start to destroy that, regardless of skin color or ethnicity or anything else, that's when humanity starts to lose. Because we lose ourself, our very core, what defines us. And yeah, nobody cares who you want to kiss or fall in love with. Nobody cares. As long as that person is an adult. I think we all need to come to agreement that adults mixing with children, say a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old, no. 21-year-old and an 18-year-old, fine. But, 16 or 17's just got to be the cutoff age, period. I don't care if the family's okay with it or not. At least make the cutoff age 17. So in order to date someone, if you're over the drinking age, they should at least have to be 18. Make it a little bit less creepy. Let's face it, there are some women even at that age that for whatever reason have decided that all they want to do is chase after the big bucks. So they're really looking for a sugar daddy, as they put it. But we all got to come to some kind of agreement that this pedophilia thing has to end. And it starts, we start to end it when we start to monitor the schools, because between the schools and who would have guessed Walt Disney? Well, those that know would have guessed. But between the schools and the entertainment industry, specifically Walt Disney, which oddly enough seems to own quite a bit of the entertainment industry. Did you ever notice that? Don't they own ABC and shit? It's like that guy in the original Total Recall, the guard on Mars, that was talking about the doors. All the doors shut down all at once, and he said, "We can't do anything. They're all connected." Well, that's the way it's going here. It's all connected. See, the one thing a lot of people have forgotten is that that follow Q, is one of the things that Q said was that the first person indicted would, I believe it was something to the effect, would cause riots to occur. upheaval within our country. Do any of you that are listening to this believe that that's occurred yet? I do not. And Durham is just starting. And the funny thing is, I do remember something in one of the Q drops about it was going to be a very hot summer. Right now here in Texas, and this is according to people that have lived here most of their lives at least, this is very unusual for early mid-June. We're going into next week with 110 degree temperatures predicted. Hey, and I'll say this over and over again until people get it up north. I can deal with the heat because I can escape it. I can go into my apartment where I've got an air conditioner, and I know you might try to say that an air conditioner is no different than a heater in the winter. But here's the thing. There's just something about anything minus is below zero, actual zero, not below freezing, which is 32 degrees. When you get below zero, there's a chill that goes right through your fucking bones. And every year you get below zero temps for at least weeks on end. And sometimes with those weeks, you'll see minus 30, and that shit just goes through your bones. And whether you're in a room that's heated or, well insulated house, you cannot escape that cold. Because the second you step outside that door, that cold's going to hit you. Whereas it's not like that with the heat. I can condition myself to 110 degrees. I can never condition myself to freaking living in minus 30 ever again. So, hey, I've rambled enough. Just keep moving forward. I'm putting together some more plants tonight. I've got a couple of tomatoes and a pepper. I think it's a hot pepper. And I'm doing I'm planting some carrot seeds, and I picked up an onion, and I think I'm gonna do it. I saw a way to turn one onion into 4 or some shit like that. I think I'm gonna try that experiment just to see what happens. So have a nice weekend. If it's hot, try to stay cool. And if you have older neighbors or older family and they're in one of these states where temps are getting over anything over 90 degrees, you want to be checking on your older neighbors, especially to make sure not only that they've got air conditioning, but that it's on, or at least they've got a fan. Even a fan can do a lot and make a lot of difference. It's all I have at work, and it works. So, but I digress. The way things are going in politics right now, I still believe that we're looking at a major false flag in the very near future. This bullshit with Biden, I've seen the freaking photos. I don't know what they're trying to pull that's like a deep fake, but one of my friends that sent me a post showed me that those are like the legs of somebody in their 30s, maybe 40s. Biden's 80 years old. So look at those legs. Those aren't old legs. So we're being fooled with that. Either it's a mask or it's flat out freaking photoshopped. So I still believe that, like Dave on X22 report says, I believe it's a resident in chief. That Trump controls the military still. And I believe that the Winter White House is in Mar-a-Lago, which, if you look into the history of it, that's what it was designed for. You know, one thing that a lot of people that have been involved in the Q drops, the anons, will tell you there are no coincidences. You know, and don't even get me started about Trump's uncle. I think it was like Uncle John or something like that. Don't even get me started there and his connection to freaking to what's his name there. Shit. I'll probably remember it the second I stop recording.